Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next week, 10 days. In today's second video, day 10 will take us to the 29th of December, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that. We extend GFS and ECM ensembles, and they're running to around a couple of weeks. So you're going to have a look at the CFS-E2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. Of course, this covers the full Christmas period, so still lots and lots of chopping and changing around Christmas. What's going to happen? Are we going to have a wet Christmas? Going to have a cold Christmas? Will there be any snow? So much uncertainty, so much interest as well at the moment. So we'll bring up to date with all of the latest data on that, and I shall get on with it for you in a second. Just say we're going to be live streaming from 6 p.m. So we're going to do Ensembles Watch live for the first time this season. We'll go through all members of GFS Ensembles and see what they're showing, for Christmas and, into the New Year as well. So we'll be doing that at 6 p.m. this evening. I'll take some questions as well, of course. We'll show you the 12 too. So that's all coming up from 6 o'clock. I shall see you live at 6. No Christmas update today. We have got the 22nd Christmas update penciled in for today. But we would just have been sort of repeating ourselves, I think, what we can do in this video and in the live stream as well. So I think we'll do a 22nd Christmas update tomorrow, if that's all right with everyone. And then, the 23rd update will probably be on Tuesday. So back-to-back Christmas updates on Monday and Tuesday, I think. I hope that's okay with everybody. Now, I'm going to say thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to our latest PayPal donor. So I've had a donation from Mike Best. Thank you so much to Mike for your donation through GavsWeatherVids PayPal.me page. This is it, by the way, so if anyone would like to give a donation through PayPal.me, that's how you do it on that page. But thank you so much. Thank you so much to Mike. Mike's been enjoying the videos throughout the year and winter updates as well, I think, and, the recent updates as well, countdown to Christmas and whatnot. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to Mike for your lovely email and, the lovely comments that you sent me, and also for your donation. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, my friend. If you'd like to give a donation to GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is come to the GavsWeatherVids.me PayPal page, and you can find that in the description with the video. So you just come to this page and, sign into your PayPal account. You can give whatever donation you'd like. You're going to get a shout out in videos if you do that. You can also become a patron for GavsWeatherVids. So hello to all of our patrons. That's GavsWeatherVids patron page. And you can, of course, become a channel member too. Hello to all of our channel members. We've got 65 channel members. If you'd like to become a channel member, the GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is click the join button. I'll take you through to another page where you see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member, and you can sign up on that page as well. Maybe you want to give somebody a channel membership, because whether it's, as a Christmas present, that'd be quite nice, maybe. Somebody would like to be a channel member, then, give them a membership for Christmas. I don't know. Thank you so much, to all of our PayPal donors, all of our patrons, and all of our channel members as well. It's amazing. It's incredible. Thank you so much for all of the support all of the time. Now we hit 13k. The other thing I've got to say is that we hit 13k subscribers yesterday evening. We put on the final 100 I should say, in 2 days. Put on 100 subscribers in 2 days. That is really good going. So thank you so much to all of the subscribers. If you are new to the channel, we must have quite a few new people. Then please make yourself known in the comments. I'd love to sort of meet you all. But, yeah, thank you so much. Getting us to 13,000 subscribers. Of course, we are giving away the Amazon voucher. There it is, just there, £30 for 13k. Because we've reached 13k so quickly, I'm not actually going to give that away tonight in the stream. I think I'm going to stream on Wednesday, if that's all right with everybody. Probably around half an hour stream, 6:30 to 7 on Wednesday evening, and in that stream then we will give away the voucher. I think better give people a couple more days to get in, given that the subs move so very quickly from 12.9k to 13k. I thought it'd be a little bit slower than it's moved, but we did it in like 48 hours. So to give everybody a little bit longer to get in, then we'll give away the voucher on Wednesday. So you can either enter the draw by going to GavsWeatherVids Discord and replying to Sav's post in the giveaway channel, or you can do it by emailing me at gmail.com. And they're the two ways that you can get included into a draw. UK residents only, please. Everybody, right, all of that out of the way. Thank you so much to Mike Best, for the donation. Right, all of the announcements out of the way. We can now get on with the video. We're going to start off by having a look at the centering temperature. The CET is currently standing at 6.4. That's 1.5 degrees above average. That's come down by 0.1 of a degree from yesterday, though. That's provisional to the 18th of December. That's going to drop over the coming few days, probably quite slow to begin with, and then it might accelerate if we get some cold weather over Christmas. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're looking at Sheffield today. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Sheffield. We're starting off milder than average at the moment. Of course, decline in the temperature taking place over the Christmas period. This period just here, we see those temperatures going cold over the Christmas period. In towards the new year, there is a little bit of a warm-up going on with the upper air temperature. I wouldn't take that all that seriously at the moment. That's a very long way off. We have so much uncertainty about the Christmas period, but to be honest, I wouldn't be worrying too much about the new year. But it does look as though the ensembles today, anyway, are shifting towards something a bit milder around New Year, although we have got colder members still down there. Precipitation-wise, going to be lots of dry weather over the next few days, and then it gets increasingly unsettled over Christmas in particular, and it's getting colder. That's, again, could be rain, could be snow, could be anything, really, given the way the models have been performing over the past few days. It might even be the kitchen sink as well. Beyond that, into towards the new year, still some precipitation spikes coming through then. Right, let's have a look at the sea level pressure for Sheffield. So that is dropping, of course, starting off high pressure at the moment, going to go low, going to go to low pressure, very low pressure by the Christmas period. Having a look at the, what are we looking at now? 2 meter temperature, there we go. So this shows that we are getting an inversion at the moment. So although it is mild with the upper air temperatures actually quite cold, the temperatures then lift up around this period just here before dropping just after Christmas and going cold again. Now, this is where all the uncertainty is over Christmas period just here. The GFS ensembles look relatively mild, actually, but we have got some colder ensemble members down here. But by sort of Christmas Day to Boxing Day, they're all beginning to drop and fall away. I mean, of course, we're going to do some milder stuff around the new year, but again, I wouldn't take that particularly seriously. In terms of snow, Southern snow is looking for Sheffield, so quite a few of these precipitation spikes are producing snow around the Christmas period, then from like Christmas Day through to Boxing Day. So for Sheffield, for the north of England, pretty high elevation as well. Sheffield often does well for snow, so there is a chance of some snow for higher parts of northern England, perhaps, and then the snow risk reduces maybe towards the new year. Temperature anomalies from the 19th, 27th of December are cold and average in the north, a little bit milder than average in the south. Precipitation anomalies from the 19th, 27th of December. Dry and average in the west, a little bit on the wetter side though, for more eastern areas. Latest wind flow map from earth.nullschool.net shows that high pressure is still in control, and we're still bringing in the wind from an east, but slightly more north of east now direction with the wind. So it is beginning to get a little bit colder as we come on the surface under that area of high pressure. Right, let's start going through the chart data then. This is what you were waiting for. This is how the UK Met Euro is looking for midnight. It's been a very long few days trying to fathom these models out. It is how the UK Met Euro is looking for midnight on Wednesday. When we've got high pressure beginning to slip away to the east, low pressure developing out to west, and a blocking area of high pressures forming around Greenland and Iceland. And then on Thursday, we bring this first weather system in off the Atlantic. Ahead of that, quite cold air is moving in from the north. Behind that, we're trying to draw up milder air from the southwest. In between, we've got a weather front that will be producing outbreaks of rain. Now, with this, the upper air temperatures show the boundaries between the colder and milder air. So let's see how the upper air temperature look at midnight on Thursday. Cold air is into Scotland with the -5 Celsius isotherm, and we're relatively mild across Ireland, England and Wales in those yellow colours. Now, that is midnight on Christmas Eve, Friday. Notice these weather systems are struggling to move in from the southwest. High pressure blocking to the northeast is still pulling in those cold east northeast winds in the north. So upper air temperatures look cold across the northern half of the country, really, as we go into Christmas Eve. Anywhere from there to there, you know, it could be cold, and there might be rain. So where it's yellow, where you're in the yellow, upper air temperatures above 0 degrees. That's very much yesterday's video, so I won't go over it again. When you're in those yellow colours, it will be raining. So that looks quite a wet start to Christmas Eve, much of the south. Colder in the north, though, and maybe some snow perhaps through Northern Ireland and Northern England, somewhere like that. By midday on Christmas Eve, that area of low pressure is being pushed southwards as this high pressure noses down from the north. That's bringing the cold air southwards with it. Have a look at the upper air temperature. Notice this yellow air being squeezed out to the south as the cold air digs in from the north. So the UK Met has cold air pushing southwards as we go into Christmas. Might be rain sinks that are associated with that on Christmas Eve. By midnight on Christmas Day, that low pressure is moving down into France. Cold air is taking over from the north with that ridge of high pressure. Look at that, the yellow colours being squeezed out into France, and cold air is moving south. So the cold air wings for Christmas on the UK Met scenario. We're all looking cold on Christmas Day. Probably not all that much snow. Could be some snow showers running down the east coast and in the north, but I think many areas will be dry, sunny, but it would be cold temperatures, you know, would be cold day and night with widespread frost and whatnot. So the upper air temperatures look generally cold across most parts of the country. As far as we get to the UK Met Euro, under a ridge of high pressure, and up to that point, which is midnight on Boxing Day, still cold. So UK Met has cold weather winning over Christmas. This is how the GFS midnight run is looking. Again, high pressure swinging away to the east, but blocking up to the north. Low pressure coming in off the Atlantic as we go through Thursday and into Christmas Eve. This area of low pressure is pushing north. Now notice with this, we have a much larger area of mild air with the GFS midnight run. So the -5 cells isotherm with this is to the north of Scotland, actually. Most parts of the country are mild then at midnight on Christmas Eve with the GFS. And then this low pressure starts moving in through Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. Again, most parts of the country are mild with that. Scotland is still just about into the cold air, but Ireland, England and Wales in those yellow colours. So just heavy rain with the GFS. By the time we get through to midnight on Christmas night to Boxing Day, the low pressure is going southwards. We're pulling that cold air southwards across the northern half of the country. So we've got cold air into Ireland, Northern England, Scotland. Rest of England, Wales still relatively mild. Even then, the GFS still is a Grinch model for this cold Christmas. And then that low pressure goes off into the Low Countries by 27th of December. Winds are in from the north then, and all places have gone cold. More low pressure and tries to come in from off the Atlantic on the 28th. That could bring some snow with it. And then up to New Year, we start to bring in some much milder air from off the Atlantic. So we go milder with southwest winds into New Year, but I wouldn't take that seriously at the moment. So the 6Z is looking. Latest GFS run again shows that we bring low pressure in from off the Atlantic through Thursday into Friday, Christmas Eve. Again, we've got this low pressure out to our west. Most places are mild with the GFS on Christmas Eve in those yellow colours, just the extreme north of Scotland in the cold air. That is 6 a.m. on Christmas Day. Again, most places are mild, although Scotland is cold with those easterly winds. So Scotland, yes, does have a cold Christmas and maybe some snow. Meanwhile, England, Wales and Ireland looking mild in those yellow colours. Then the area of low pressure pushes eastwards through Christmas Day, starting to allow that cold air to begin to dig a little bit further south in Scotland and Northern Ireland. But most of England and Wales looking mild and wet on Christmas Day. On this solution, it all hinges on the track of this low pressure. By 6 a.m. on Boxing Day, the low pressure moving into the North Sea, and then cold air is beginning to move southwards, but only slowly, and even into Boxing Day, it's relatively mild in the south. It's not until 27th of December that get wind into the north, and down comes that cold air. So the GFS, as ever, is a Grinch model about this Christmas. Into the new year, again, pulling up those southwesterly winds going mild with westerlies up to the new year. GM is looking like this. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, make sure you sub to the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. And drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. We have passed 13,000 subscribers, everyone. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Right, GM, and thank you so much. Again, it's the 13K. GM looks like this. Again, low pressure is trying to come in from off the Atlantic, but notice it's further away from us on Thursday already. So as early as like 72 to 96 hours, about our major differences between the model output. The GM has that low pressure further away from us on Thursday, really struggling to move in against this block of high pressure to the northeast. Nevertheless, most places are relatively mild with the upper air temperatures on Thursday, but by Christmas Eve, midnight Friday, Scotland is into the cold air at this point, and maybe Northern Ireland too. England and Wales under low pressure, relatively mild there with those yellow colours, but notice how much further south the colder air is with the GM compared to the GFS, for example. Then that first low sort of moves away into the low countries through Christmas Eve, get a little bit of a break, and then the next low starts to head in from the southwest. Again, the cold air is much further southwards, -5 Celsius, right into northern England as we get to midday on Christmas Eve. Now, another system tries to push up from the southwest late Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. So this is midnight Christmas Day. That's coming into that cold air. Notice how much more of the country's in those cold easterly winds. We've got the -5 Celsius in towards the Midlands. That would be suggestive of snow for Wales and the Midlands on Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. That's midday Christmas Day. The low pressure so much further south. It's the same low that the GFS has right over top of the country as a dartboard on Christmas Day. The GEM has it actually centred over northern Spain, and we're bringing in these cold easterly winds with this weather system here, perhaps bringing heavy rain and also risking some snow to parts of Wales and Midlands, for example. Rain on the south coast, but going inland, you'll probably find some snow. So the GEM looks like it's going for a white Christmas for parts of England and Wales. And then that low pressure sort of gets out of the way, goes to France, into Boxing Day, winds into the east through all parts of the country. GM looking cold and wintry for this Christmas. The low pressure moves towards Germany. In come those north and northeast winds that bring snow showers with from the east, of course. That's how it looks as we get up towards day 10. Looking cold, blocked and wintry with the GEM. So cold Christmas, white Christmas, some of us is still a possibility. This is how the ECM is looking. And again, in climate, we've got blocking to the north on Wednesday, low pressure to the west, and then into Thursday we have these mild upper air temperatures for Ireland, England and Wales, but Scotland is to the north of England colder than certainly the GFS is showing on that day. This is Christmas Eve, midnight Christmas Eve, cold in the north with high pressure reaching in to Scotland, low pressure out to the west, coming up against that area of high pressure again. Look how much further south the cold air is on Christmas Eve compared to the GFS, for example. Most of the northern half of the country covered by cold air, and the mild air, the yellow colours, sort of down to the south and to the southwest. That's midnight on Christmas Day. Again, cold air is winning the battle here, reaching in from the north, sending this low pressure southwards. -5 Celsius is pushing south. The yellow colours, the mild air being squeezed out to the far south and southwest. So a cold Christmas Day, probably relatively dry though, I think, for Christmas Day with the ECM. Not as snowy as the GEM is showing, but the cold air does win out, so it's a cold Christmas, and that carries on into Boxing Day as well, with all parts of the country looking cold on Christmas night. But after Christmas, this area of low pressure begins to move our way as we go into the 27th, 28th of December. So that's got a lot of mild air with it, but, you know, it is becoming a channel low, so that's the kind of thing that might deliver some snow as well. It's still moving into that cold air, so that's all to be revealed. We finish up looking like that with a ridge across the country, being probably quite cold air and more low pressure and mild southwest winds waiting in the wings. It all looks poised, doesn't it? Right, this is how the precipitation forecast looking based on that ECM run from Tameteo.com. Loads of dry weather until around Wednesday to Thursday, and then we'll have some snow and rain in the north, otherwise relatively dry. That is Christmas Eve, where we're seeing snow through parts of Wales and the Midlands. How rare is that for Christmas Eve? Snow just getting to the south of northern England through north and west Wales into Midlands on Christmas Eve, and then that gets out of the way as the cold air wins about. There's a little bit of wintry stuff in the far southwest, but cold air is winning the battle into Christmas Day, and so we have snow showers in the north. Otherwise, many places are dry, but it's a cold Christmas Day. Then beyond Christmas into 27th, 28th December, we bring this deep area of low pressure in from the Atlantic. That brings heavy rain, and also on the northern edge, some significant snowfall as well. But, you know, the position of that low is very much up the grabs. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for Christmas Day. So 18 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure to our northwest, around Greenland and Iceland. Low pressure coming through the country. That could well be allowing cold air to come in from the north and east, and so most of those options I think would be relatively wintry on Christmas Day. 17 have the high pressure just a little bit more towards Canada. And so allowing low pressure to come in off the Atlantic, and that's probably bringing milder air in. That's probably in line, you know, with what the GFS is doing. So there are some ECM ensemble members that are as mild as the GFS operationals for Christmas Day. But it's a minority option because we've got 16 just here, including the control and the operation run with low pressure to the south, and that has the cold air really winning the battle coming in from the northeast. So you've got 16 there together with the 18 there. I think the ECM ensembles are still favouring relatively cold conditions, to be honest, for Christmas. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to 29th of December. 27 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure pushing northwards along some milder air, and 24 with high pressure still out to our west and northwest, low pressure to the east, and that's keeping us cold with winds in from the north at day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we have. Gets us to the 3rd of January. 30 members of the ECM ensembles raising the heights a little bit to the southwest. That's turning milder. 12 with high pressure blocking between Greenland and Scandinavia. That's cold with winds in from the east. And another 9 just here bringing low pressure in from off the Atlantic with high pressure blocking up there. Maybe a shift to something a little bit milder early in January from the ECM ensembles today. But it's all a long way off, of course, and there's still uncertainty right as early as Christmas. Lastly, CFSE2, the supply budget millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period will take us from the 19th, 25th of December, Christmas Day. High pressure to our north, winds in from the east. That looks cold, increasingly so, maybe. Week 2 will be the 26th of December to the 1st of January, New Year's Day. Again, blocking to the north, low pressure through the country. It's how far south that low pressure jet stream is going as to whether we keep it cold between Christmas and the New Year, all to play for. Into week 3, it's the 2nd to the 8th of January. Again, high pressure to the north, maybe reducing a little bit. So this might be turning a bit milder, perhaps with winds coming up more from a westerly type direction. But cold air then comes back into week 4. It's the 9th to the 15th of January. High pressure to both our west and north. Low pressure to the south, and winds with that would be coming in from an easterly direction. That looks like a proper Scandinavian high type situation getting going for the 2nd week of January. So that could be very cold, to say the least. Right, but that's all speculative. We've got to nail down what's happening over Christmas, and it is still seemingly all to play for Christmas. Right, if you've enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, make sure to sub to the channel. Thanks so much for doing that. We will be starting the grind to 14k soon, but let's sort of celebrate getting to 13k first. Until we give away the voucher, I hadn't better say, but we're grinding to 14k, had I? So I'll have a few days to enjoy the 13k celebration, and then the grind will begin to 14k, of course, as we never stop at GavsWeatherVids. And tell your friends to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know anything about this and all of our videos. What do you make of that then, everyone? That was good, wasn't it? I don't know. I still don't know what's going to happen with this Christmas, to be honest. And it's less than a week away, so something's got to happen, isn't it? You know, one of these models, they've got to align eventually, maybe, hopefully. Fingers crossed they will. So we'll see what the 12Z model suites have to say tonight when we're live streaming. We'll have a look at the GFS ensembles for that as well. But for your 10 to 14 day anyway, for this Sunday, that's all for now. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later on for our stream. Bye for now.